got this old bookshelf that's been here for years and years, and I think what I'm going to do with it is try to convert it to a box and put my comic books in. So I've been working on it. Started this weekend. One thing I did was, there's a screw right there. I had to reinforce it because this piece was coming loose. And this is originally here. That's the back. This is what it was originally looked like. You can see so much water damage. This is just a piece of it. This flimsy material. So I put a hammer underneath there. Tore that out of there. Went up to Ace Hardware. Got a big sheet of plywood. And screwed that on in there. So that's the new back. You can see I'm going to do a lot of sanding. It's probably going to be the next thing I'll do is sand this thing down here. But it's going to hold a row of comics real easily here. Put another here, put another row here, then have this space. I can stack, have the comics, face it a different way and stack up some. So I'm thinking, it should be able to hold it, I would think. Got probably at least 250 comics. Anyway, that's as far as I've gotten for now. So, show you some more when I get a little further along on the project. Alright, it's the next day. Meaning, I started work on this project this past weekend, and it's now Tuesday. I went ahead and I got this piece cut out, which is going to be the top. Got this piece here, which is going to go here. So this section here is going to hold a row of comics. You can see it's not. I don't think I'm going to be able to. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get screws in that or not. It might be kind of awkward. I might have to glue it. Or I could try cutting another piece, making it just a bit longer than this one, and see if I can just get it perfect so it just fits in there. Even then, I might still need some glue, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. But, went to the hardware store today and yesterday. Got my hinges. Got these door pulls, which I'm going to use as the handles. Put one there. Put one on the other side. Hopefully that will hold up to the weight. If I go to lift it, and hopefully they won't break off. Shouldn't. I imagine it'd be strong enough. Even though they're really not made for handles, it's a door pull. Anyway. Kind of probably overdid it on the screws. I didn't know how many I needed to put the back on. Well, it's actually the bottom. I bought 20. I've got probably at least 8 left. And I went there today and I had a little bit of extra spending money, so I was thinking of getting a Ryobi, however you pronounce it, detail sander off eBay. But I noticed these in here yesterday. I mean, at Ace Hardware. Noticed these at Ace Hardware yesterday. Thinking to myself how much I was going to spend. normally $36.99, and they had it on special for $24.99. And they kept looking and looking for this particular model. Well, I don't know if it was this one, but the one they had on the floor, and they kept looking for it. And apparently that was the only one left, was the sample. And they couldn't find the box for it. So the guy told me he'd sell me this one, which retails for $41.99 for the same price. So that's what I got. I've read some people have had problems with Black & Decker mouse with wearing out kind of quickly. I don't know what happens, so I'm kind of leery. I'm not sure. Hopefully it's going to hold up. I've never used a detail sander before. And my brother has a Black & Decker. I think it's a sheet sander. The problem is the damn sandpaper keeps slipping off of it. But anyway, use this and hope we'll get the job done. And it's as far as I've gotten for now. So, more later. And it's now Thursday evening, and yesterday and today spent time scraping and sanding, trying to get that varnish off there. And I got it pretty much all the way off. You can see there's still some here. And this side, I went ahead and I had some leftover plywood, so I went ahead and added a new side here. It didn't really need it, but I didn't like the way this originally looked, so I got this here just to cover it up. So it's gonna be, the lid's not gonna match up perfectly. The lid's gonna come down to about here, so this will be sticking out, but oh well. And there's a gap there. Here's a gap here. You can see, got to fill that in. I got some Durham's water. I think it's called Durham's water putty. Mix that up and see if I can fill in those cracks. Get that taken care of. Do some more sanding with some not so coarse sandpaper. Probably won't have to bother with the plywood. It's already smooth enough. And sand this here in the back, this side. And once I do that, go ahead and put on the stain. I decided to go with Minwax Ebony. I was going to use something I saw online. It was Minwax, and I think it was a tube stain, Onyx. And that was like $3 more than this, and I thought, well, Onyx, Ebony, there's probably not much difference. So, guess tomorrow I'll do some more sanding, and maybe tomorrow I can start staining this. So, that's as far as I've gotten for today. Well, I almost forgot that I had been keeping a video journal of this project. It's now Sunday evening, so I've been working on this for a little over a week. Let's see, where did I leave off last time? I think the last time I had already put this in here. So now I got 2 rows of comics. One here, one here. I'm going to fit some here. Went ahead and did some staining. Went ahead with the Minwax Ivory lid. Still got 1 or 2 sides left to stain. Went ahead and got my hinges attached. Now, I was originally going to try to fit these on the inside, but had I done that, the lid would have hung over. And got these things, clasps or latches or hasps or whatever they're called, on there. One thing is it fits so tight and snug that it started. I went ahead and closed that up. Started to pull this out of here. You can see screws are still in there pretty good and tight. This thing's loose, but should hold up okay. I want to find out what I can do about these screws that are sticking out a bit. They're a bit long, as you can see, a bit longer than this piece of plywood here. I don't know if they make anything that you put on here to cover them up. And this is from not paying attention and thinking this was the side, and then after drilling, see, I was going to attach one of my handles, thinking this was the side, and then I thought, ah, damn it, that's the top. So now I've got to, I guess I'll try some Derm's water putty, mix up just a little bit. That's going to be a pain in the ass, because I got to put that in there. Then I'll have to sand it down again and then stain, but thank God it's just this area here and this little area here, so it shouldn't be too much work. Then I went ahead and drilled a couple holes because I was going to put one of the handles in, and I thought, well, since I'm going to have to flip this over so I can stain this side, no point in putting the handle on here, because when I go to flip it over, this is going to be the bottom, and it's not going to be able to stand upright with the handle attached, so I'll have to wait till I get done staining the whole thing before I put those handles on here. And one thing I did last night, mixed up some Derm's water putty, and stuff works really well. Went here and filled the crack, and I got it. I mean, you can notice it's on there, but I've got it pretty even, much even with the plywood, so got it sanded down. And yeah, it's doesn't look perfect. Stain the rest of this here, and I'll probably go ahead and stain I'm going to stain the back. I don't think I'll bother putting stain on the bottom. And then I've got some box corners. Those should be showing up any day now. Of course, I don't know if they'll fit. Originally, I was just going to fit them on the bottom 4 corners. I don't know if they'll be able to fit. It really probably wouldn't look right to put them right here. Maybe if they fit on the lid, if they fit on top of the lid, I'll get another 4. I think that'd look pretty cool. So, getting closer to being done. That's all for now. Alright. Well, I finally finished the box. Finished it last Tuesday, and finally getting around to doing this video here. Showing off how it looks. Hopefully I've got enough light on here. Here's the front. I was going to remove this because I wanted to match this. Of course, this is black, and I thought maybe it might look better the other way, horizontal, but the hell with it. I left it there because I didn't want to have to fill in the little holes. And when I went back to Ace, they didn't have any more of these, so I just left it. And there were some holes here that I had to fill in. That Derm's water putty stuff. As you can see, when I went to attach the hinges, these little screws popped up, and a hacksaw would be too much trouble. It would be too awkward trying to cut those. And I thought maybe I could borrow my brother's Dremel, but it's not working. You know, I thought maybe I could put an attachment on there and cut through those, but I'm just going to leave it. I think it looks kind of cool. Kind of looks like little studs on it or something. I got some box corners there, just on the bottom. Got those from some place called Parts Express. They sell like amplifiers, guitar amplifiers and music equipment, stuff like that for, I guess, like PA systems and different things. I guess these were like if you want to build your own custom amp or something. And I could have put some on the top. I wouldn't be able to put it over here over the lid because, well, how would I open it? But I tested it, and it really didn't. I didn't really like the way it looked. So I thought, I'm just going to go ahead and leave them on the bottom. I mean, the top's not going to, I'm never going to flip it over, so I think those look really cool. I bought way too many more screws than I needed. And that doesn't line up all the way, but, it gets the job done. And I'm not going to put a lock on there. Doesn't need it. So let's go ahead and open this sucker up. Another thing, the reason I left this on is helps go ahead and lift it. Alright. Now I was thinking of getting some kind of, I don't know what the hell they're called. It's kind of like something that goes on, like you have a piece of luggage, it fits in here. And then another part attaches here. And it'll keep your lid. It'll keep your lid raised. But that's not going to slam back. It's going to stay in place there. So I decided not to get those after all. Right now, let's see. I got a row for comics here. I got a row for comics here. And I can put some in here. And, that's just my sander in there for now. Helps to keep these books up. I didn't know where else to put my sander. I've got this here is just some Wolverine and the world's finest in here. X-Force. I don't have room in my filing cabinets. Over here there's my entire comic book collection is in there. Aside from those there, just the ones that I've gotten within the last month that I haven't read yet. So this is W through Z continued. Here I've got Hellblazers that I've got within the last month. I think I bought 40 of those on eBay. So I got those here. I bought a huge, as you can see in one of my other uploaded videos, great whole bunch of Master of Kung Fu's. So I just went ahead and, these aren't all of them. These are some of the ones I got on eBay that I'm going to read. Not sure if I've read any of these in here before. Some of them I already had. And these are just my cable comics, simply because I've recently just gotten back into cable. He's a character that not one of my favorites, but for some reason I've kind of, I wasn't going to sell them. I don't have that many, as you can see. I was going to put these in my sale box, but I thought, you know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and keep those. I think I want to reread those again. I think it's kind of an interesting character. But that's it. That took me about a week and a half, start to finish. Pretty happy with the way it turned out. I mean, my first woodworking project since high school. I mean, this thing looks 100 times better than any old thing I did when I was in wood shop. And that's it. Used to be an old bookshelf. Now I got a treasure chest to help me store some of my ever-increasing comic book collection. Hey, thanks for watching this video.